The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
You've been deceived by an agent of Satan himself. He's evil.
Sitting right here. Come on.
No, he's not evil. He's just a bit rude.
98 KUPD.
That should be about 10 seconds, right?
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah, I figured that was about right. Hi, everybody. It's 98 KUPD, broadcasting live from my couch for the last few minutes of the show before Larry shows up. I want to say thanks to everybody who's emailed in and text over. I got a lot of them. Scott Haynes, our funniest listener, says, can we get Caleb to come push the buttons instead of Brett? He's got to be better than Brett. Hey, look, it's a first day for all of us.
Yeah.
None of us really know. But Ron Humphrey, people are just commenting on things we talked about. If us guys were to say the things about women that these ladies say about Pete Davidson's dick, we'd be canceled in 6 ways to Sunday. And it's very true. Could you imagine? She's only with him because, or he's only with her because she's so tight downstairs. She has such a small puss. Oh, women would kill us. Like, yeah, she's ugly, but her puss must be magic. And then all these others came in. These are pretty good ones. Scott Meyer says, glad you're back. Tuning in last week, all I could think was, God damn, I wish Cucklito would shut that time-wasting D-holster under his nose. Be well, guys. Thanks for the show, Scott.
Thanks for listening.
Time-wasting D-holder. That's awesome. Scott Myers for the win today.
You had to pull over to write that.
Instead of just saying mouth, it's a time-wasting. He tuned in last week. He couldn't get enough of shutting up that time-wasting D-holster. Bryce says, I thought the boys did a decent job in your absence. The thing I found most intriguing was how tightly wound Larry McFeely is. I swear to God, on Friday, everything happened exactly on time. Wake-up song, 6:30. Entertainment report, 9:40. Sign-off, 10 exactly. It's weird to have some... Yeah, we see, well, Larry is what's called a professional. This thing I'm doing, we have no idea what the hell's happening.
Larry also allows himself to be puppeted.
Oh, you got to push him around a little bit.
Well, just telling him what time. Can't do that with you.
With that.
Oh, Toledo was running around here like crazy.
Oh,
you
were
do whatever
Larry.
you want, John.
I do. You know that. You know that about me. I'm a bad employee. Like sometimes I just walk into people's offices and just clear the desk with my forearm. It's just gone. Because I felt like it. And then Melissa emails, and she's talking about the Marilyn Manson stuff we talked about earlier. Brady, you might have it in the entertainment drill. But it says consent BDSM is her subject. Consent. It's the name of the game when it comes to all the stuff like Marilyn Manson's house. A friend of mine has fetish parties. They have a fetish ball in Mesa every year. Ever been tied up by a guy in a bunny costume and have him pour wax on you when other people watch? You always ask for consent before anything. There's safe words for a reason, and you should never, ever be ignored. There's a very thin line that you have to walk to make sure that you can have fun, be safe at the same time. Having respect for the people you play with is a must. True people in the life know this, live this, and don't break these rules. Marilyn Manson told these people what he was doing.
Well, yeah.
But at the same time, when you say the safe word, there could have been an example where she had a safe word and she's saying it, and he's like, I'm not going to listen to it right away.
He couldn't hear her, Brady.
Yeah, she's in that
room.
Yeah.
Soundproof chamber.
What? I got nothing.
But if she's in there by herself, how unsafe is that room?
Right.
The signal.
Yeah, I mean, if she's screaming a safe word in a soundproof box.
And if you got a ball gag in, how are you supposed to be heard?
What are you afraid of? Hang on, I've just been handed a note at home. I have to give the Wi-Fi password to
who?
Christmas light people? I was getting this. I don't... The Wi-Fi password is... Let's get a note. Wi-Fi password.
Breaking news.
No idea why I had to do that. And by the way, the note passed to me says Wi-Fi password. I write it down. There's nobody in here. Like, I don't even know who to give this to. She ran away.
The cloud. Give it to the cloud.
Was this just a test for me?
She doesn't know the Wi-Fi password?
Good God, no. Keep them in the dark, man, and then in their quiet box.
What am I?
Anyway, it's time for the entertainment drill. It's brought to you by my friends at reactdefense.com, the home of tactical black self-defense training. Someplace I plan to get back to eventually, but I keep running into walls. I talked to Jay, though, last week, and it's in the commercial, and it's so true. Jay was talking about, and I told him I have a friend who tried to get a treadmill for his wife for Christmas. The delivery date for the treadmill is February, and he did this like a month ago. Goods and services, like the whole supply chain thing. If you're trying to get things for Christmas, you might run into this goods problem. Services are available right now, and they provide that service up there at React Defense. So he's like, you know, it's probably a better idea to get people services this Christmas than it is goods, at least if you're trying to order them, because you might not get them in time, even if you're thinking about it right now. There's a lot of stuff that's just not going to show up. So that's a great thought, especially when it comes to exercise equipment or anything like that. Probably going to be tough to get that stuff, but you can go to reactdefense.com right now. Service always available. All you got to do is walk in the door. That's pretty darn good. And they've got their awesome 2 months. You get 1 month. You get the second month free gift certificate right now, so you can get that person in your life started off right. Doesn't matter what kind of shape you're in. Street doesn't care if you're in shape or not. You can learn some serious life-saving skills right off the bat while you're getting in great shape, and you don't have to worry about deliveries or things showing up or not showing up or anything else. It stuff's right there in an envelope. You get the gift certificate, and the next thing you know, you've given them a gift that will a lifetime. And you can't say that about many things. ReactDefense.com. It's the home of Tactical Black. Brady, entertain me.
If you watch any college football or NFL over the weekend, there's a couple of games that were starting to get chilly. So someone had a list of the 9 coldest NFL games in history.
I know which one is first.
Okay.
It was the AFC Championship game in 19... Well, that's not that... Well, maybe with the wind chill, but that was the Chargers and Bengals in 1981.
That was 1982. That was the second.
It was second. Well, so they still say the Ice Bowl's the coldest?
It was 9 degrees below with a wind chill of 59, negative 59.
Crazy. And the Chargers from San Diego traveled to... It was the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
And they had to play it
Good
in
luck.
50 below zero.
Cowboys versus Packers in 67.
The Ice Bowl.
It was, the Ice Bowl. 13 below, wind chill, negative 48. Then the Sea Chicken, the Vikings, 2016. Mm-hmm. That was 6 below with a wind chill of negative 25.
Oh, that's right.
Then
That was the game that they played because they were building the stadium and the Metrodome collapsed, right?
Yep, they were playing at the University of Minnesota.
That's right, and they had to kick it outside, and Blair Walsh missed that kick.
Your Bears got in one, Brett.
No, I am.
They were number 7. Bears versus the Vikings, 1972. It was negative 2, wind chill of negative 15.
Oh, right there off that lake is terrible.
Miserable. But that was probably in Minnesota.
It doesn't say.
Because it never really gets that cold in Chicago.
Well, you get that wind chill coming off of Lake Michigan right there because that's Soldier Field's right there.
Yeah,
but you're right, as far as the 9 coldest, the Bears were only in one, at number 7.
Was it in Chicago, though?
I don't know. That's what it does.
Because Minnesota holds like all those records. And then the wind chill factor game is the AFC Championship game because that's the coldest wind chill.
I'm going to say that was at Minnesota.
Yeah, because Minnesota for a while had like 5 of the top 7 of those.
They've got
cold
1,
games.
2, 3. They've got 3 of the top 9.
Green Bay's got to have a bunch too, I would think.
And Green Bay is 1, 2.
Well, surprisingly,
3
yeah, but
also.
when it snows, it's not that cold.
The Bills got one in 94.
Right, it's when it's not snowing and windy.
Yeah, because when the wind comes and the ice is just formed, and because snow usually happens between like 20 and 35 degrees. Like it's right when it starts to freeze.
Raiders versus the Bills in 94, 0. Wind chill, negative 32.
Ugh. And you have to live in Buffalo and bang a girl from Buffalo.
That's why the
For warmth.
Cardinals better get that number 1 seed. It's going to be cold in Green Bay in January.
Those lifetime tables were just shattering. It was so cold.
Only good thing about banging a girl from Buffalo in Buffalo is that you get to cut her open and live in her for warmth.
Tauntauns.
Ugh.
Britney is free.
Yep, finally.
I thought she was free before.
Yeah, it wasn't official. It was
official.
Yeah, it wasn't
off.
official.
Now it's
right.
Now the ink's on the paper.
Yeah, okay.
There's
So what you going to do with it?
the stars came out to Paris Hilton's wedding, and don't worry, we'll get to see it because she's got a new series
The
coming.
reality show.
Shocker.
Paris and
I will say, though, Paris has aged very well.
She looks good.
She looks great.
After seeing her porn, though, I feel sorry for her husband. Ugh.
Yeah, well, he's hopefully she stepped it up a
I
little
hope
bit.
so.
She was like a coma. Like the people in Awakenings have better sex.
We have a celebrity death.
Terry Schiavo would have put out a better porn. Nathan Sunderland watched Paris Hilton and said, "Man, that chick needs to move around more."
That ain't nothing.
Oh, man.
Fake face.
And for those of you who don't know, Nathan Sutherland, something you should Wikipedia.
So the celebrity death, Gavin O'Hearley.
I don't know.
Gavin O'Hearley. Hold on, I've got a credit in my head.
You're going to kick
Gavin
yourself.
O'Hearley.
Maybe a
Hold
little
on,
bit.
I think I know this one. God dang it. I have a credit running right through my head.
I'll give you one hint. The show,
Drunken Irishman.
Happy Days.
Oh, that's Chuck.
It is.
That's
Richie's
Chuck from
brother,
Happy Days.
Chuck.
Richie's older
Oh.
brother. That's it. There you go. Thank you, Brady.
Yep.
Yeah, Gavin O'Hurley is Chuck, the original Cunningham that went away and never came back and was never mentioned again.
Never explained.
He was just first. Was he just a couple episodes, or was he the entire first season? I can't remember.
He wasn't in
not
a lot.
the
He was,
entire.
here's the thing. This
Okay.
is the fun part. Now my television knowledge kicks in. Happy Days started as a vignette on Love American Style. And Chuck was the main guy. And then I think Tom Bosley was the dad, but they might have had a different dad. But they had a different father or different something. And then Fonzie was kind of this distant character, but they only did little tiny blips of it. And then they turned it into a show. And Chuck carried over into the show. And then I think it was in the first season, Chuck just disappeared. Like they stopped writing. He was
He would always come in like with a basketball under
He
his
was
arm.
Richie's idol.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
a sports
Chuck
guy.
Taylor's.
It was a jock.
Yep, he was the ultimate Big Brother athlete superstar, and Richie just absolutely idolized him. And then when Chuck left, they took sort of Chuck's basketball prowess and some of his cool guy at school thing and just attached it to Richie and acted like it was like they kind of he absorbed Chuck.
There's Chuck. There's no Chuck.
Yeah, he was just gone. He's just gone.
Like the
Gavin
same promo
O'Hurley.
pictures.
Yep.
It's creepy how nobody asked any questions back then. Like they could switch Darrens at the blink of an eye and nobody said, and they didn't even have to look alike. Chuck just disappeared from what was the a top 10 show in its first 2 seasons. And he's just gone.
And they never gave a reason, did they?
Nope.
Just-
and
just
they
never
never
explained it.
I thought he went to war.
No.
I thought he enlisted.
I thought Richie
Nope.
did that.
Richie
That's why
does.
he was gone
when,
for a while.
When Chuck was there, it was 1950 something, and he had to go to Korea, and he'd have come back from that. Yeah, Richie went to Vietnam, and that nobody ever said
Wrote
because
him
he just
out
left the
and
show.
No one said anything.
Yeah, because I think the show starts in 1958. I think that's when the timeline of that is.
Did Richie show back up at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
He married Lori Beth.
Apparently, there's a
proxy.
loose explanation that he went off to college on a sports scholarship.
And then never came home again. Ever again.
Right.
And they never mention him. It's the craziest. It's a crazy TV
He
story.
said
of
college
like,
was the
just gone.
best 30 years of his life.
Yeah. He's dead now. Yeah. That's weird. Or Hurley. All right.
Rest in peace, Chuck.
Lady Gaga, did some duets with Tony Bennett. She said one of the things, they would talk, and said Tony hates how Martin Scorsese portrays Italians in his films.
Tony does?
Yeah.
It's
I got
time
no
for him
problem
to
with
check
it. Yeah,
out. Time for him to check
That's
out.
Alzheimer's kicking in.
Roger Daltrey's jumping in on kind of making a jab at the Stones. Maybe he wants to get a shout out by Mick at concert. He said the Stones were a mediocre pub band, just like Paul McCartney said that similar thing.
But that's the story of the Stones.
I
They
know.
were.
It's hilarious.
Like, why is everybody saying that like it's an insult? The Stones told us that. They were a cover band when they started, and they used to play pubs, and they weren't great until they started writing their own music.
the Welcome to the Rockville Festival this past weekend with the girl from Brass Against.
Yeah.
Whizzed on the guy. You ready for this? Next year's lineup was announced.
Whizzed.
We're all laughing
old
at
are
a
we?
grown man saying whiz.
Hey, Wiz, I don't want to get too. I don't like to work blue, you guys.
She took a number 1 on the guy.
Yeah, the best part is he's telling the story of a lady pissing on another guy, and he's trying to keep it classy.
I don't want to
wanted
get
to
too
announce
gross.
next year's lineup.
Yeah, I would get whizzed.
Guns N' Roses, Foo Fighters, Kiss, and Korn.
What was the brass tacks doing at this thing in the first
I know.
place?
Man.
Brass tacks.
And that's in Daytona?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Florida?
A listener just sent over that Gavin died last month, or in September. September 15th of 2021. That's
Gavin O'Hurley did? Well, that's how unknown he was. It took us 2 months to remember. Is that right?
That's what. They just sent over a screenshot. It's on Wikipedia, so of course it's correct if it's on Wikipedia.
I've done some work on Wikipedia recently.
So I don't know true or not, but September 15th, 2021 in Bath, Somerset, England is where he died.
Sure enough, that's what it says right
They
there.
officially made it. They said, okay, yeah, we agree. He's dead today.
They had to identify the body, and then everybody remember. Is that Chuck? Or did he play Chuck?
To be fair to Brady never said we had some celebrity deaths yesterday. He just said we had a celebrity death.
That's true. It's Gavin O'Hurley. He.
Last story, Kenny G only washes his hair every 3 weeks. That's how clean he is.
Oh,
Right.
Someone said, what do you use? His regime includes Pantene shampoo and conditioner and Mop Curl defining cream. Says, I don't have any endorsements, but...
Sounds like he's begging for one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. But he's got a documentary coming out, Listening to Kenny G. It's coming to HBO December 2nd.
That Songbird money must be running out now.
He's got a new album called New Standards coming out December 3rd.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so there's a Gavin O'Hurley and a Gavin O'Hurley. Wikipedia says
O'Hurley
Gavin O'Hurley is Chuck. Gavin O'Hurley is also Chuck, and he died yesterday.
So just take your pick on Chucks or what?
There were 2 Chucks, and they were both had similar last names?
No, Nope. That's not what it is. Right. 3 days ago, Ron Howard mourns death of Happy Days co-star Gavin O'Hurley. But even he doesn't know. He's not 100% sure. Well, this is nuts.
I know he was in the Willow.
Chuck was?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the most press that Chuck's got since 1978 or whatever.
It took him dying for people to care. Well, that's just weird. All right. Did this mic get all funky here recently?
No.
Oh,
Sounds same.
weird to mine. All right. Well, maybe it's my ears. All right. Is that it, Brady?
That's it.
Nice job. I think that's it for all of us. I think I'm just going to show up tomorrow.
Do it. You're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't mind the couch, but it's, whatever. I'll just do whatever I want.
You could be nude. You could be nude here. I got another room I can go into.
Nobody's talking to me. I asked Tripp last night. I'm like, so I tested negative. I don't know what the protocol is. Nobody, I don't understand it. It's different every time someone tells me. And he says, all you need to do is get better. I'm like, I am. I just said so. I just said I'm better.
Wait a minute. What are you missing?
And then he sent me some real estate information. Odd conversation. Anyway, so maybe I'm in tomorrow. Maybe I'm not. Oh, well, if I'm not. This went well. Nice job, Brett. Nice job, Brady. Toledo, you keep that wasted time de-holster quiet. Oh, my God. People are awful.
That one a little too much. That one and Soy Boy. I've had a couple of good weeks.
Just hilarious. The Soy Boy with a waste of time cuck de-holster. We're done. Larry's coming up next. You guys have yourselves a fantastic Monday. We'll see you tomorrow right here in the Morning Sickness. Oh!
Hey, it's not weird. It's pretty cool, actually. No membership fee.
I have heard enough of this.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.